Just because we're drinking sour beers on Two Brew Tuesday, there's no need to be a sourpuss, right, Wesley? Welcome to another edition of Two Brew Tuesday. I'm your host, Andy, and of course we are drinking sour beers today. First up, we have from Brewery Terreux, their Wiki Wiki Tart. Brewery Terreux is an offshoot of the Brewery. The Brewery started in 2008, and about 2 years ago they decided to spin off all of their wild and sour ales into another label that they call Brewery Terreux. The brewery was started by Patrick Brew. They're located in Anaheim. You may know them for their Black Tuesday. They're sort of the pioneers of doing the beer bottle clubs, much like a lot of wineries do with their wine clubs. So this beer is an American sour ale. It's got a tropical feel to it. The beer has got a large portion of wheat malt in it. It's aged in oak foeders. Those are the really giant oak barrels. Sometimes they're as big as 20, 30, even 50 barrel sizes. And then of course this beer has hibiscus, raspberries, and passion fruit as well. So right up front, it's got a nice pretty pink color to it. It's got great clarity. It's also got a nice thick white head. It dissipates fairly quickly. There's a lot of carbonation in there, but sour beers are pretty well known for not having much head retention. So yeah, the aroma, up front, I'm definitely getting the hibiscus and the raspberry with just a little bit of that passion fruit flavor. It's definitely got a tart sense to it. That is really nice. It's got a mellow lactic character to it, so it's not overwhelmingly sour. It's not slap you across the face. The hibiscus is probably the prominent spicing flavor that comes up in the front, and then in the finish is where you're getting most of the raspberry and the passion fruit. This beer checks in at 7.1% ABV, so it's pretty decent for a sour beer. It's got a little bit of a punch to it. If you're looking to pair this, I would say it's probably great with like some seafood or chicken, something a little bit on the lighter side, or maybe even something that has a little bit of those tropical flavors in it. So our second beer is from Toolbox Brewing Company. They're located in North San Diego. This is what they call their Cherry Limeade, and it's a San Diego style Goza. Goza is a historical German style, comes from Leipzig, originally from about the 1780s. It's a beer style that almost completely disappeared. It's very hard to find styles, to find the Goza style outside of Germany, and even in Germany there's only a few breweries that are still making it. So again, we've got a nice pink colored beer. This one even has like a little bit of an orange highlight. It's a little bit cloudier. It's definitely got a little more of a wheat nose to it. It's got the cherry, it's got lime, and because it's a Goza, it also has a little bit of sea salt in it. So yeah, up front, I'm definitely getting the cherry and the lime. The salt and the flavor, it's pretty mellow. It's just like a little bit of a punch up to draw the rest of those flavors out. It doesn't taste like somebody dumped like a couple tablespoons of salt in there. This beer has a little bit more of a bit of a funk to it. Toolbox is known, they don't do any clean beers. What that means is all of their beers have Brett or wild bacterias or some kind of souring agent in them. They don't do any beers that are just 100% Saccharomyces like a clean brewery would do. And that is truly refreshing. Again, I would think this pairs well with something on the lighter side, your chicken, your fish, maybe even a fruit salad. Yeah, I mean that's just super easy to drink, and both of these beers sort of have a mellow acidity to them. They're not the kind of thing where you got to pop a couple of Tums in before you drink them because you're just going to be having acid reflux the rest of the night. So that's our 2 beers for 2 Brew Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and we'd really appreciate it if you like these videos, if you subscribe. And until next Tuesday, cheers everyone.